Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Theorist, here with your host, JC Botero67, and we're looking at the usual Tower of God today. I tried to read this chapter that I'm going to review, chapter 283, and it was really rough, that first part. I'm actually going to read it again right now because I want to turn it more into a live read than let's read this, take some notes, and then talk about it. I'd rather, kind of go through the motions of it and, not suffer as I type notes about my precious Koon. I also want to give a shout out to Ethan Vale. He sent me a tweet earlier today, and he didn't reveal any spoilers, but basically he had sent me this. And then I hadn't noticed it before, and so that was my bad. So I went ahead and responded and told him, hey, yeah, like, Rachel's growing on me, And so then he responds to it, and he's like, hey, like, I don't want to, like, spoil anything, but, like, what do you think of her now? So that means that Rachel's gonna pull some stupid shit in this chapter, and I'm not ready for that. I mean, it's enough already for me to endure the whole Koon thing that's happening. I don't even want to know what's going on with Rachel, but here we go. You guys get to see, like, the freaking live reaction that I have to it. So, let's do this, guys. I'm torturing myself by reading this again. All right. So, you murderer. It's the same panel as the last panel from the last chapter. And, just seeing the amount of blood just freaks me out. You can tell that, like, Koon is really struggling just with the yells that he gives and the amount of blood, and he's even coughing up blood too, guys. Like, it's insane. And frickin' this bitch is like, I'm so happy. You may be a data human, but at least I got to kill you like this. Which, let me point out, when she said that last chapter, I was like, bitch, what are you talking about? Like, it's actually him. It's not a data human version of him. But whatever, she can choose to believe whatever the fuck she wants to believe. It's retarded. All right. And she continues on to say, why did it take me this long to do something so easy? Why did the me on the outside lack confidence like that? And the bitch is grinning as blood, like, frickin' just cascades down her blade, for lack of a better term. Still, it's okay. This vivid feeling of piercing living skin and spilling blood should be enough to make me feel like I killed you. Does your data feel pain too? Do you feel as much pain as our sister did? And then Koon doesn't respond. It's just all in his thoughts. Of course, I opened the gate and came here myself. I'm not Data. If I die here, I'm really dead. And then this bitch is, like, standing in front of him, and she's like, all right now. Freaking has the blade like this to, like, strike it down on his head, it almost looks like. Poor Koon's still in pain, coughing up blood, and this bitch is like, let's end this, and it looks like she's about to bring down the blade. And that's where that scene leaves off. And then we go to Bomb and Co., and Drossi is leading the way, wearing a different outfit. I love it, she's wearing red. So she's like, damn it, another dead end. Bomb is following close behind, and he's like, this place really is a labyrinth. And Drossi responds, it will be hard to find the exit here. Hansung Yu, how are things on your end? He responds, nothing to report yet over here either. We are not even sure where we are, let alone finding the exit. So in this group, we have Hansung, Icarus, who is Rachel. Let's see what she's gonna do, guys. And then, of course, Rock. Oh, so Rock came across this, like, painting, and it almost looks like him. So he's just, like, questioning, like, what? And he's like, me? Of course. It's cute. And then Icarus, I don't know, there's like a little ting thing that happens with her mind. And she's like, let's try using the big breeder's abilities. Oh yeah, because he did promise that he was going to help her out, so. All right. Is it that way? And that's, I'm assuming, Rachel asking herself that. And then she herself says aloud, it's this way. This way leads to the exit. And Hansung's like, huh? Bomb, Icarus says she found the exit. And then, let's see. I think it must be Bomb who's saying, for now, let's check it out. And Drossi responds, okay. they're, of course, transporting in her bong bong, or through her bong bong. I don't know. It just sounds really weird saying that. All right. Okay, so now we're back to Kaseya and Koon, and she's like, let's end this. About to bring down the blade on him. So long, brother. I mean, look at her face. Like, she's fucking psycho. Oh, okay, he's headbutting her to avoid getting stabbed by this blade. And she's just like, this all right, this pathetic behavior isn't like you, Aguro. And then someone has like a question mark, exclamation point, thought. Oh, the hostage is gone. Okay, so it seems like Misang woke up and got away, or she disappeared or something? I don't know. So, oh, I see. Koon says, while you were focused on me, I moved the lighthouse to somewhere far away, since I can't defend myself with it anyway. I thought it would be good to at least save the hostage. Good job, Koon. You were so concerned with me that you didn't notice at all. It's probably already gotten very far. And she's just like, ugh. Using up the lighthouse, your last resort, to save your companion? That's not like you, but it doesn't matter. You're my target anyway, not that hostage. I just need you to die. And she's still insisting with this fucking blade. Let's see. There's some lighthouse stuff happening. Teleporting. Okay, so Koon is teleporting away. And she's like, the lighthouse. It's not far away. It's right up there. Ah. See, I just love how clever he is with this shit. Like, it's so good. It's so good. So he says, sorry, I actually lied about moving the lighthouse far away. I tried to distract you so that you wouldn't activate the growler. Because there's something I have to do before I die. Baby, you ain't gonna die. Like, that's not happening. Alright? Alright, anyway. Ew, this really isn't like you at all, brother. You weren't the kind of person who would be so foolishly attached to data. How long do you think you'll be able to last there? You'll die in your current state soon anyway. See, I'm wondering why the hell she keeps thinking that all these people are data, that they're not real people. Like, it just has me questioning. Like, is this something that she buys into because Big Breeder told her? Or maybe because her father told her? I don't know. It's really interesting. So I'm kind of intrigued by her continuously saying that and, you know, believing it. Alright, so Koon's like, I won't die. Not until I become the leader of the Koon family. That's right, my boy. That's what you're gonna do. He says, when I become the leader, there's a lot more stuff for me to do. And she's just kind of like shocked. Kind of calmed down. It's interesting. All right. So he's getting a message because it says we found the exit on one of the lighthouses. And it's even like beeping at him. His attention is drawn to that, but he's still paying attention to his sister because she's like, haha, you the leader? What a bunch of nonsense. How can you say that knowing what kind of person your father is? Well, that's all for now, he says. I actually left a lighthouse with my companions. He's too good. He's too good. This bitch is too dumb. All right. So they could send me the coordinates to teleport to them when they find the exit. That's why I focused more on saving the hostage than on beating you. So this is all Koon talking. See you later, Kaseya. And then, of course, he's teleporting away. She's like, what? And she's like, Aguro. And she's like, ugh. So Koon shows up to there with Misang, of course. Poor boy, still bleeding. And then, of course, Bom's the one to run up to him, being like, Koon, are you okay? And then he's like, hurry, my sworn enemy. All the others are kind of following after Bomb, running toward Koon. He says, let's move on to the next stage now. Okay. Click. I'm not sure who's taking them to the next stage, but that's happening. They're teleporting away. Koon is still hurt, obviously, and Bomb's really worried. Hansung says he's bleeding too much. He may be in danger if this continues. Let me try healing him. Guess who this is. It's Icarus, of course. So Bomb and Hansung just kind of like turn to look back at her. They're like, what? You can heal people too? And she's like, I'm not totally sure, but I'll give it a try. Okay. Just like Chung told me. So this is Icarus and her thoughts. Hansung is studying her as she does the healing. That marble, it's the big breeders. Oh, okay. So Hansung notices that. And she's healing him, so it seems... Oh, yeah. Seems to have worked. And he's like, huh? Balm's like, Koon, the bleeding stopped. My pain is gone too. Did you really heal me? So this is Koon asking it aloud. And Icarus is like, well... Oh, what an amazing ability. Thank you. So that's Balm, of course. You're incredible, Koon says. So we have a healer now. I'm not sure who says that, but Hansung looks very suspicious, obviously, because you could tell that she's wearing something that belongs to the big breeder. Icarus responds, don't mention it. This was nothing. You would be a useful turtle. We all know who that is. It's probably Rock. So, let's see. I'm not sure who this is speaking, but they say, I guess she wasn't lying about being the sworn enemy of the big breeder. And then Koon in his thoughts is like, but she's still definitely suspicious. Which is true. Kisea is back again. I can't believe he ran away. Damn it. And someone's approaching her and saying, don't feel too bad. You'll meet him again soon. I'm gonna guess it might be the other big breeder. The one that Candy and Sleepyhead were fighting. Looks like I was right. Oh, okay. There's Viol. I was asking about Viol. So there we have him. Maybe the creature in the back could possibly be Rock's sworn enemy. And then there's someone else standing beside Big Breeder. I'm not sure who that is. But he says, I will help you with your revenge. And then we come to where Koon Edwan is, because we are back to the hidden stage, the Palace of Spears. What are you just staring at it for? Eat. I'm going to assume that might be Koon Edwan speaking. Grapes and wine, nothing else. That's Boro. And then Sachi's thinking, that person is the data of Koon Edwan. The grapes here are very sour and sweet. That's Koon Edwan speaking. And then he's grinning. And he's like, that's why I settled here. And then one of the irregular who entered the tower with Zahard. He later became one of the 10 leaders, ruling and giving birth to numerous sons. Okay, so this is someone talking about Koon Edwan. Did not know that Koon Edwan was an irregular. Learn new things every day. All right. He himself is also the greatest spear bearer on the tower, and even in terms of melee combat abilities, he is known to be the strongest among the 10 leaders, along with the leader from the Arye and Ha clans. He truly is the god of spears. Ah, okay. So that's why the palace is called Spears. I don't know why I kind of assumed that he was a light bearer, just because, like, I don't know. I feel like, isn't there, like, a few Koons that are light bearers, aside from Koon? I don't know. Anyway, on we continue. This is Hockney. Hockney has not really talked for the last few chapters, so it's cool to see him have a role here. He's like, Sachi. Sachi's like, ah, yeah, I sense it too. It may be the data of him when he was young. Ooh, his eyes look really cool. Koon Edwan's eyes. Let me read that part again. It may be the data of him when he was young, but there's a very faint holiness about him. So that kid who made a promise with me hasn't come here. So this is Koon Edwan speaking again. And this is Marco Asensio saying, no, he is still in the other stage. Lord Edwan, this is Sachi speaking. And then he gets interrupted by Koon Edwan himself, who says, I know you wish to fight the big breeder and go attack Zahard. Yes, to be honest, I can't understand why you would lend your help in fighting Zahard. So this is Sachi. There's a ... moment for Koon Edwan, which he reminds me of a character from like some other anime or show. I'm not sure which one. Maybe you guys can help me figure that out. Okay, so I think this is Koon Edwan responding. Well, those guys on the outside clearly call me leader and Zahard king, but that's just on the outside. As far as how the outside me became someone great and how Zahard became king, that's a separate issue. Long ago, after he cleared the Hell Train, Zahard received a remarkable mirror as a gift. And after that, only a few companions who received Zahard's offer left data of themselves in this world within the mirror. Then they started to live as data, and then guys from the outside also started coming in here. But after a very long time passed, Zahard brought a mirror, which brought a mirror here, which leads to a new mirror world. He said that he got it from the version of himself on the outside, and he proposed to use it to move only us to a new data world. So this is basically the story that we've heard before. Koon Edwan continues to say, they all decided to go because they were tired of the guys on the outside. But I stayed here because I noticed that Zahard was different from before. Different. So I'm going to assume Sachi's asking that. Zahard. There's no Zahard yet. Koon Edwan replies, yeah, the data of Zahard from after I had met the outside Zahard was different from before. He was definitely the same guy on the outside, but it felt like something entirely different had returned. Ooh. So we get an image of someone from behind, and I'm gonna guess it's Zahard, and I can see why Wang Nan would be called the prince, because there are some similarities from the back. I don't know what you guys think, but there you have it. All right, so back to Bomb and Co. They're choosing the next stage to go. Okay, I think someone's viewing them. Maybe it could be Zahard viewing them. And then there's an image of Wang Nan. Gosh, I can't remember his name, guys. It's pretty crazy. All right. Is that him, the kid who imitated the Shinzu black hole sphere? Yes, that's right. According to the report from the office, he used a special power. I see. All right. I'll have to check for myself. So the guy that I said who is probably Zahard is venturing through the mirror to go check this out for himself. So hopefully we get to meet Zahard next chapter. As for a recap of my thoughts on this chapter, Koon is safe. We're good. I was gonna have like tissues ready to go in case something did happen, something bad. But thankfully we're okay. As for the Rachel thing, I thought she was gonna do something bad. Maybe I misinterpreted the tweet. My bad. But in response to your question, Ethan, she hasn't done anything bad at this point. Is she suspicious? Of course. And Koon obviously finds her to be suspicious. Of course, she's made herself more suspicious to Hansung, especially because she is wearing whatever power, whatever bracelet thing that belongs to Big Breeder. So she could be in trouble later on, but just depending on her actions, we'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure she's not gonna do anything bad so soon. Maybe when she gets Yuraha back, then, she might go back to her bad ways, but for now, she's all right. That's all I have to say about her. It's going to be interesting to see Kaseya team up with this Big Breeder. I forget what his name was from last chapter, but you guys know who I'm talking about. And, we saw Viol there. We saw another creature, which may be Rock's sworn enemy. And then someone else's sworn enemy is with them, who I'm not quite sure who it was yet. You couldn't really see their face, but it'll be interesting to see that as well. And then, of course, as I mentioned, Zahard. He's going to try and find Bomb, and, it's going to be interesting. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for tuning in as usual, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.